Torah tells us, Pashas Metzorah, Zos Tiyeh Torah Metzorah. This should be, there's a key word here, Zos Tiyeh, Tiyeh means it should be, it will be, the laws of the Metzorah. That's the introduction to the laws of the Metzorah. Zos Tiyeh, this should be, will be the laws of the Metzorah. So, the question is, the word Tihiyeh is extra. Usually in the Torah, it will say, Zos Torah HaMetzorah. For example, it says, Zos Torah HaOlah. This is the laws of the Korban Olah. These are the laws of the Korban Chatos. Whatever mitzvah it's going to discuss, it would say, so what's the extra word Tihiyeh? This will be, it should be. We know the Torah is telling us the future, not telling us the past. It's not Michael J. Fox going into the DeLorean. You know, we're going in the future. Okay, tough crowd tonight. So
what's an old reference?
From 1985.
So 93.
Okay.
Back to the
Michael J. Fox, Leah Thompson, and who played him? Lloyd. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, McFly. Small, nobody? McFly? McFly, what?
In the comments
I saw that movie.
Okay, fine. Who played? Yes.
Oh, John Travolta.
Oh, John Travolta, no.
He didn't play in there?
No. No.
Did you say John Travolta?
He did. He was not in Back to the Future. Oh, that could be.
Second, no?
So,
I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I don't think so either. But I wasn't
John
gonna.
Travolta.
He was not in that movie.
But like, there's no way John Travolta.
He was not in that movie. You want to cut it off, or you want to go by it?
I know. I gotta cut that out.
Let's go by it. Oh, you can do that.
We'll go find who is it?
Cut it off. We'll do it. Then we'll go by it. No, I have just enough time for one more good part. So the Torah tells us this should be the laws of the Metzorah. Zos Tihiyeh Torah HaMetzorah. The word Tihiyeh is extra. Whenever the Torah wants to introduce a topic, it says, Zos Torah HaOlah. These are the laws of the Olah. These are the laws of the Chatos. These are the laws of selling suits. Whatever it's going to say, it tells you in introduction. It doesn't say this shall be or this will be. The word Yiyeh is extra. Maybe you can answer as follows. When the Beis HaMikdash was around, so there was a whole procedure how to become the Metzorah and how to get out of being the Metzorah. So you would bring two birds, you would bring a korban, and then you would no longer be a Metzorah. But what do we do nowadays? There's no Beis HaMikdash. So how do we be Metzorah ourselves? Okay. If your name is Yaeli, maybe. Again, tough crowd tonight. So either have to get a better crowd or better jokes. One or the other. My father always tells me, you got it. One or the other.
It's definitely not the crowd.
Okay, the crowd's okay. The jokes are bad. Okay. So how do we purify ourselves nowadays that there's no Beis HaMikdash? So we know the Gemara tells us, based on the word Zos Torah HaOlah, these are the laws of the Olah. Kol ha'osek b'Torah HaOlah ki ma'al olav ha'kosef kilu hikruv Olah. That's what he says. I think the gear says Kol ha'osek b'Torah ki ilu hikruv Olah. Nowadays, if you don't have a Beis HaMikdash, if you study the laws of the Korban Olah, it's considered as if you brought a Korban Olah.
How was that learned out from the word Zos?
From the word Torahs. This is the Torahs, the laws of the Olah. So this would be the Olah. And a substitute for the Olah would be the Torahs Olah. Nowadays, what's the Olah? The Torahs Olah. You like that?
The word Torah itself?
Yeah, the Torah of the Olah would be instead of an Olah, since we can't bring an Olah. Okay? Now how about a Chatos? We had a whole shit about this once a while ago. Remember from the Stav Sofer? Why Olah was picked? Why Olah was picked as the main one? I forgot myself what the pshat was. Because the Olah was totally for Hashem, I think. Olah doesn't come for Kabbanas. Okay? So if a person cannot do a mitzvah nowadays,
Spoke about this, Zecher Torah's Moshe.
we did. So Torah's Moshe, right?
That's the whole point of why the Torah is named after Moshe.
Very good. Moshe taught us this idea that if the mitzvahs that you can't do, you're not up the creek. There are other ways to keep it. By learning the halachas of a mitzvah, it's considered as if you kept that mitzvah. Where do you see this? We're going to go on a tangent for a second, and then we'll come back to this. Yaakov, when he meets Esav, he tells him, "Im Lavan Garti." So we know from Chazal, he wasn't telling him that he lived with Laban. Why would Esav care where Jacob lived? That he lived with Laban. No, Garti is the same letters as of Taryag. That he tells Yaakov, you should know, I have God on my side. I kept all the mitzvahs when I was with Lavan. But what do you mean in Lavan Garti? I lived with Lavan and I kept all the mitzvahs. How could Yaakov, who's a man, who wasn't, he can't be a man and a woman, living in Israel, living outside of Israel, owning property, being a Kohen and a Levi all at the same time. You can't. Yisrael. You can't keep every mitzvah. So one of the pshatim we said was, if you do the mitzvahs that you can do physically, and you learn the halachas of the mitzvahs that you can't do, it's considered as if you did all the mitzvahs. You really want to do it. You can't just say, oh, I'm part of it, I'm gone. No, you try it as much as you can, even to the extent that you learn the halachas and you pretend as if you're actually doing it. And the lessons that you would gain from actually performing it, the educational ideas, the Musar, the Mesiras Nefesh that you get from the learning itself. So let's finish up here 4 minutes, and they're going to give that bang soon. Rabbi Stern's going to give that bang. Okay? Pesach, he wasn't here. I did some of the bangs. Not with such kayak as he does. No, that was another time. You guys were there for that, right? Yeah. Go back to Urakayim. Okay, so getting back to this.
I was there.
No, you were, right, but Max wasn't there for that.
I was there.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
He was.
I was.
Oh, Max was, Shmuel was. Oh, right.
This is like the third
I knew
time
one of you wasn't there. I forgot which one. Oh, Shmuel wasn't there.
Because you're never here, so we thought you weren't.
No. He came on Yom Tov. You weren't here. We had a big. By the way, I came back the next day, second day, and you guys didn't show.
What? For what?
Second day of Yom Tov. If you cannot do a mitzvah physically, you learn the halachas of the mitzvah. It's as if you did the mitzvah. Now, we know from the Chavetz Chaim, from the Torah, Chaim v'amavis b'yad halashon. Death and life is b'yad halashon. By the way, I heard a word once from Rabbi Metzorah. He said, why does it say b'yad halashon? What's the hand? It's Chaim v'amavis b'lashon, in the tongue. What is the hand of the doing anything? It's talking about emails also. It's not only Lashon. There's a lot of Lashon Hara that's being done. Texting, Facebook, FaceTime, I don't know what the things are.
When was that b'yad?
Last time.
So what?
What did you say?
Obviously the quote was invented before.
No, then they had Nevuah. Shlomo Melech had Nevuah. It's amazing. Now, if a person dies, okay, most himself Lashon Hara. If he speaks Lashon Hara, there's death. If he B'chaim, life, if he studies Torah. The Torah is a way to heal oneself from Lashon Hara. As it says, Ma'apa Lashon, Eitz Chaim. Eitz Chaim in the Machazikim, but Torah is called Eitz Chaim. So a way to be Machaper for Lashon Hara is by studying Torah. Not just that, a person that studies Torah keeps himself from speaking Lashon Hara. So that's what the pasuk means. Zos tihiyeh Torah Metzorah. What's it say tihiyeh? It will be. It should be. What's the Torah telling us this for? Tihiyeh, it should be dafka la'asid, in the future. When the Beis HaMikdash was around, the only way to be mechaper for Metzorahs was by bringing the korban, by bringing the birds. But nowadays, that we don't have the Beis HaMikdash, how are you supposed to be mechaper for the Avera of Lashon Hara? So that you do by studying Torah. And it's considered as if you brought the birds of the Metzorah. And not just that, That the Lord Elishu Nimna Midab Lashon Hara. By studying Torah, you
Studying Torah or studying laws of Lashon?
exactly studying the laws of the Metzorah, which we're doing now. Studying the laws of the Metzorah, of the carbon of the Metzorah, is considered as if you brought the carbon of the
I got
Metzorah.
my Lashon before I got.
Well, whatever you did in the past, you did. Now, by learning the halachas of the Metzorah, it's considered as if you brought the carbon. And not just that, you also, I want to show you a hint of this from the Gemara in Brachos on Daf Samach. The Gemara says, how do you know that you can't talk idle talk? Because it says, "V'dibal tabam."
You can't do it during the week.
Oh, very good, very good, very good, very good. V'dibal tabam, you're supposed to speak in them, meaning in the words of Torah, v'lo b'dvarim v'telim, and not in idle talk. That's the Gemara in Brachos. Why am I bringing this in?
Same as for a long time.
Yeah, because by studying Torah, you accomplish two things. By studying Torah, you're not going to do idle talk. You're not going to do Lashon Hara in the future or in the present for sure. What you do when you leave is a different story. In the present, by studying Torah, like you said over here, we're talking about the laws of the Metzorah. You're accomplishing two things. You're not doing Bittul Torah. Right? You're not doing Zvar Metelim, and you're also Mechaper for the Avera of Lashon Hara. That's why it says Tiyah in the future. When the Beit Mikdash was around, we got the bang. You had the kapara by the Kabbanis. Now that there's no Beit Mikdash, you have the kapara by starting the halachas of the Metzorah. Ken Yehi Ratzon, this learning should be a kapara for all the Lashon Hara that we spoke.